this video, we are going to look at how to find fractions of denominators with 2 and 5. So there are so many ways how to make fraction numbers easier to work with, and this is one of them. I'm going to look at numbers that have even factors of 2 or factors of 5 and how to easily calculate that, okay? So first of all, we want to look at what is a half into decimal places. So half is basically, in the first place, you're going to say half is half of 1, which is just 0.5. Having found out that half is just 0.5 of the whole, having known this one, now it's easier to know what is 1/4 into decimal. So 1/4 is equivalent to 1/2 multiplied by 1/2, okay? But we say 1/2 is equivalent to 0.5. So basically 1/4 times 1/4, 1/2 times 1/2 is something similar to 0.5 times 0.5. And we know 5 times 5 should give us 25. So then we have 2 decimal places. So over 100, so that should give us 0.25. So that's how you do it. When you see 1/8, this is equivalent to saying we have 1/2 power 3, which basically actually here means we are having and we know that but we know that a half is equivalent to 0.5. So in this case, what we're trying to do is when you have 1/2 raised to power 3, so basically what we are trying to get there is 0.5 cubed, which is going to give us 0.125. That's how, if you as long as you know that half is written as 0.5, you can easily get the other numbers into decimals, okay? That's what I wanted to show you in this video. So easy way to just look at, find out the value of. Let's see what comes to 16. So we know 16 is, this one is equivalent to 1/2 power 1/4. So the same. So this basically, but, so let's say, but we know that a half is equal to 0.5. So immediately you see this now as, so this can also be written as 1/2 power 4 can be written as, we can write this one here. Actually, yes, we can write this one here as 1/2 multiplied by 1/2 multiplied by 1/2 multiplied by 1/2. So having that in mind, we actually saying, how can we multiply, and we know that this one alone is 0.5, this one alone 0.5, decimal 0.5, decimal 0.5. So in other words, we're just saying 0.5 raised to power 4, okay? So 0.5 raised to power 4 will give us, so 5 raised to power 4 will give you 625. So this is going to be 0.625. So easy, it's not so much to do. And now let's look at 1/32. So the same here. When you have 1/32, that's also equal. You know that you remember we say that 1/2 equals 0.5. So using that, we want to know what is then 1/32. So 1/32 is equivalent to 1/2 power 5. Okay. So 2 power 5 is that, which is equivalent to saying 1 over 2 multiplied by 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 1 over 2. And we know 1 over 2 is equal to 0.5. So that basically what we're trying to get here is 0.5 raised to power 5. So if you know that is 5 raised to power 5, so we know that 5 alone raised to power 5 gives us 3,125. So in this case, since we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decimal places, we're going to put everything under decimal places. So we're going to have our answer is going to be 125, 3,000. But then into 3 decimal places, we have here 0. 5 decimal places, we have 0 plus 0. So we're going to have 0 point. Yeah, so that's going to be our answer. So what we've done so far is that we have used a half, the knowledge that we have of a half of 1 over 2 giving us 0.5 to then multiply to find 1.16 in decimals using just with the basic knowledge of this. Now we want to go to the next level where we're going to look at numbers that end with 5 and numbers that denominators of 5 also has some values that's going to help us. So let's just go and check. Sorry for that. So okay, so here we have denominators that end with 5. So here we have 1 over 5. So knowing that 1 over 5 will give you 0.2 is enough, because that knowledge is going to give you, you're going to use that knowledge now to get 1 over 20, 1 over 8, 1 over 25, 1 over 40. Okay, so let's go to having that knowledge. Let's now do this. So going to G, we find out that, so there are 2 ways of looking at it. So one way is to say 20, 1 over 20 is equivalent to saying, so 1 and 10 times 2. So you remember when we work with the 2. So if we use that, we're going to say, okay, what is 1 over 20? So we're going to get here, this one is equivalent to say 1 over 10 multiplied by 1 over 2. But we know 1 over 2, which is 0.5, so which is 0.5 multiplied by, basically, or let's say divide by 10. So that's going to give you 0.05. Let's look at H, where we have 1 over 25. So 1 over 25 is, this one here is equivalent to saying 1 over 5 times 1 over 5, because that one will give us 1 over 25. Having known that 1 over 5 alone is equivalent to 0.2. So in this case, what we are having is basically multiplied by 0.2, which will then give us 0.04. So you can use these methods just by knowing. So changing fraction to decimal becomes easier. You don't need a calculator if you know how this functions. Now let's look at 40. So 40 is the same. So the taking 140, 1 over 40, let's say 1 over 40. So in this case also it's not so difficult. We're going to say 1 over 40 is equivalent to 1 over 10 multiplied by 4. So this can be written as but we know 2, like That's going to be written as 1 over 4 multiplied by 1 over 10. But in this case now, we also know that 1 over 4 is equivalent to this one alone, can be written as 1 over 2 multiplied by 1 over 2, okay? And we know what is 1 over 2, which is 0.5. So if you given a number like this, now if you want to find out like what is 1 over 4, so you're going to multiply 0.5 multiplied by 0.5, and that's going to give us 0.25. And then comes, and you multiply that one by 1 over 10. So if you multiply that one by 1 over 10, that one will give us 0.005. We basically divide by 10. So that is, that's how you go about calculating these kind of numbers, and using simple aspect of, the knowledge of a half, then simplifying a quarter. Then you can change this ones into decimal easily, just because you're using a half. The knowledge of half is equal to 0.5. And also you can use the same when dealing with 1 over 5 to get other figures, like what we used here when we used that one for 1 over 25. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with you today. Thank you so much for listening, and have a nice time. If you didn't subscribe yet, please subscribe to support our work. Otherwise, have a nice time. Bye-bye.